not for the victims.
Roger, you're listening to victims. Why would you make that card?
We made a series of murderer cards. It's one of many different card sets that we do.
I got them all. I got the whole box full. But why? Did you talk to any of these people before you embarked on making these cards? Did you talk to one victim? Did you ask a person what they might think about before you made these cards?
No.
No, I want to hear from Roger. Did you?
No.
Justify it to me. This is everybody, you know, and I'm not trying to belabor your pain, but I have to say, okay, I like to make money. Everybody likes to make. Everybody here like to make money?
Right, yes.
This is this kind of a society, we want to make money. Is that the purpose? You want to make money? Be upfront.
Yes, I'd like to make a living, yes.
Make a living, so why this way? I mean, there's a whole bunch. You could have made celebrity cards or baseball cards, maybe. I don't know. Baseball cards, I think, is a market. You got to be certainly licensed for that. But talk shows, cards.
all the card sets.
That was a pretty funny man right there.
All the card sets you're mentioning would take licenses or a lot of money to buy these card sets.
So you don't need a license to do this?
No, this is one of quite a few different subjects that we have done. It's no different than talk shows, like your talk show or other talk shows doing.
Oh, excuse me. What we're trying to do is put our point. Get
What's
our
that?
point of.
Isn't this what is called public
This
domain?
is public domain. It is,
The
once we put it
cards
on the
and all
air.
this other nonsense?
The card thing, though, what happens now that the law has been overturned? It could Sirhan sue your company for a piece of the money that you sell.
I'm sure that anybody could sue our company. We
No.
produced the first set of
I
cards
wish they all would.
2 years ago.
But could Lee Harvey Oswald sue you? Well, he couldn't. He did.
No, he did.
I'm sorry, I just threw that in. Well, you know, Berkowitz, could he get a piece? I would assume since he's allowed to now make money off of this, using his likeness in any way, shape, or form, should benefit him. So therefore, you have to send him a check once every now and then.
Well, we haven't sent a check to any one of these people.
Okay. And Gacy, would you, if let's say the court tomorrow says to you, you owe them their just reward for what you have done, well, you'd have to send Gacy a check. Would you go away remembering Dolores was sitting here beside you, knowing that you have just put a check in this man's
We wouldn't
pocket?
send a check to any one of the murderers.
Gacy will get him to send him a check because Gacy is a con artist and nothing more. And he'll get you to send him a check.
Okay, if you don't send Gacy a check, the checks are going in your checking account, your own checking account,
Montel,
and you have Dolores sitting beside you.
the problem with something of this nature happens to you. You're set on a public display. People hold us up as oddities, as freaks, to be paraded around. Nothing that we can do or say is protected. We can be set out on display. There have been movies made about people here. There have been books written, and no one asks us.
Believe me, Virginia, I don't have you here to be an oddity or display.
I know you don't, and I
have you
appreciate
here,
that.
No, I have you here right now so this country and some of these people that are running for
That's
office
right.
can see you and see your pain and realize that this is happening, and also realize that these people might make money off your pain.
And thank God for people such as you and others that allow the victims, that give them a chance to stand up and establish that, you know, we are here and we do have feelings.
Yes, ma'am.
Hi, my name is Diana, and I am a parent of a murdered child, and I'm standing here holding Jeffrey Dahmer's card. Depicted is a face and then sections of body like a chopped roast and so forth. My son was not chopped up like this, but I lost a son, and I'm shaking holding this card, and I'm trying to look you straight in the eye and say, I am hurting, and I can't believe that you're making money on somebody else's pain and hurt and grief. And I work with parents of murdered children all the time, and it's very painful, extremely sad.
Roger, you can't just sit there and look back. You got to say something. Tell me something.
You know, it's okay for Newsweek to put Jeffrey Dahmer on the cover and have a very large selling issue, or it's okay to make these movies. We only produce 10,000 of these card sets. They're very limited edition. They say adults only. They're not glorifying anyone in particular. They're a factual set.
Wait.
People have actually made money on the cards.
to say adult zone. Do you stand there when they buy them? I don't care what
It does say adults only on the box.
It says,
It has
but
death
Roger,
on it.
it says
Not
adults.
for
It
everybody.
says adults only on cigarette packs. We'll be back right after this.
Come on.
been looking at whether or not crime pays, and Roger, again, a lot of people are asking the question, and I'm going to get on your side for a second. I mean, if there was a product that in this society, because this is covered by the First Amendment, is that correct?
Yes.
It's also covered by interstate commerce. There's nothing that would prohibit you from doing this. So what's the matter with the man making money? What's the matter? Here.
First of all, I don't see how someone can take the lives of victims, their parents, and take them and just brutalize them with seeing these cards of the people that killed their children or their families. How can you do that? I mean, you're just sitting here on the show just to make money, to make a profit, because when people see the show, that's why you're here. I don't think you're here because you have no feelings for these families. I think you're just here because you want people to make money off of your product.
What do you say, Roger?
The show hasn't told the people where to buy the cards or how much they are, so I'm not getting paid to be on the show. Under the First Amendment, I do have the right to do this. This is artwork. I have had mothers.
Wait. We have to hear what Roger has to say. Go ahead,
Both
sir.
the artists are graduates of the Otis Parsons Art School, very prestigious art school. Cards have gone to museums. They have been ordered by police departments. They have been ordered by ministers. I have had mothers write me and tell me that these cards are educational value on what not to be. I have had more positive letters than I have negative.
Yes, sir.
Okay, to both the gentlemen on the end, do either one of you donate any of money that you make to victims of crimes or
Yes, they donated in their pocket.
anything?
How about Roger? Have you donated any of the profits that you've derived from this to any of the victims?
Well, it's not like I make millions like selling a movie. I only do 10,000 of the card sets, and then they're sold out. I have
They're
not.
sold out now?
The first set is sold out.
Do you intend to make them again?
I hope the
No.
machine breaks.
Sir, I'm sorry. I have to tell you that this is extremely sick. Do you sell these with gum? I mean, are you...
There is only one card company that's allowed to sell gum with their cards. We do not put gum on our
This does
cards.
market to children because these look like baseball cards.
No, they're in a box that says adults only.
All right, we've got to take a break. We'll be back right after this. We've been talking about whether or not crime pays, and you had a statement?
This is to Roger. Roger, I teach high school, and I have a sophomore who's been fascinated with those cards. If you think it's different, it's not any different than talk show hosts, you better think twice. This kid's personality has changed. He comes in every day. He is fascinated with Charles Manson, Berkowitz. It's disgusting what has happened to this kid. He writes stuff on my board. He couldn't wait for these cards to come out. He has 2 sets of them. Adults only doesn't work.
Rod, what do you say?
You can probably go into any library, including the school library, and pick out one of many volumes of books on murders.
Okay, yes,
Can
ma'am.
I ask one question?
Yes, ma'am.
Just one question.
Go ahead, Nancy.
I would like to know if any of these gentlemen, I don't even wish it on them, I mean, God forbid, one of their children were murdered, would they be doing the same damn thing they're doing now? That's what I want to know.
Roger, let's say, hypothetically speaking, would you feel the same way if a member of your family was a victim of one of these people that you created a card for?
This set of cards that I do is
Answer
one...
the question.
I am, if you give me a chance.
No, directly.
This set of cards that I do is one of 15 sets of cards that I have out. It's the only one on murders.
That's not the answer.
But this would have to be hypothetical because I don't have any children.
Okay, how about your mother? Your mother, your aunt, your uncle, your father, your grandmother, a family member.
I believe by the fact that a lot of people are taken back by the cards, it doesn't glorify them. If anything, it makes people want to have something else done to these people that perpetrated the crimes, the murderers. I'm not glorifying them.
Okay, just a second. Let me get a question right here. Yes, ma'am.
I hate to do this, but I feel like we're directing our anger at almost not the wrong person, but we need to dig into the people who are making the laws. He's just doing what he sees as what's going to make him money, and it's not him. He's just working with the system. We need to reach the people up higher who can change things. He cannot change anything. Someone else is just going to make the cards if he doesn't. I think we need to reach higher.
There's
Well,
already,
and that's an interesting point because
there's
wait a
already
second,
2 other
Doris.
companies that have
That's
produced
right.
these cards.
And that's a very interesting point because right now there's a proposed bill to outlaw serial killer trading cards. Legislation in Maryland and Arkansas have been introduced in an emergency bill format to prohibit the sale of trading cards depicting criminals who have committed heinous crimes and propose there be a misdemeanor penalty for any violation of the printing of those cards. We have to take a break, and right after this, we'll be right back to finish up and see if we can get to a bottom line.
Accommodations for guests of the Montel Williams Show are provided by the Sheraton Los Angeles Airport, the most convenient airport hotel in Los Angeles.
We've been talking about whether or not crime pays, whether or not serial killers, murderers, people on death row should have the right to make money off of the heinous crimes that they've committed. And Dolores, there is a movie that's been made and it's going to come out about Gacy. Is that correct?
Right. The movie already did run in Canada. That's where it was produced. And now it's going to run in Illinois in the month of May. This is what I have to look forward to. I called the studio and they said there's no way they're going to stop it. And they said they had permission to do this movie. And I said, nobody asked me. And they said, well, we're not glorifying Gacy. We're glorifying the detective who arrested Gacy. But Brian Donaghy is playing the part. Oh, they're advertising it all over that Brian is playing this part.
And everybody will, that's right, everybody will try to watch a movie.
And I'm going to have to watch it too because I'm going to have to see it. But it is going to kill me again and again. And as for justice, I have gone to the governor.
We're almost out of time, Dolores.
Oh.
I know, I guess maybe the bottom line of the show is the fact that if you don't want people to sell things like these cards and items like that, ask your legislators to do the same thing that Maryland is doing in the other states.